yesterday afternoon. Lasted through the evening, still trying to hold on this morning. So I thought I would get some quiet time in with the girls before the baby wakes up. It's a nice morning. A little bit of a breeze. We're supposed to have wind today. It said wind in the forecast, but I don't see much wind. Just a, hey, barely a breeze. She nips me when she wants attention, this one. She's a stinker. Come here. She wants me to pet her. She's not getting enough loving. Pay attention, Mom. And that one wants to lay an egg. So yes, there's supposed to be a breeze, but just barely a breeze up in the trees that I'm seeing. It's beautiful this morning. I can hear crickets. I can hear some cicadas. The air is fresh and crisp. It's not bad. I had a little bit of a coffee all by myself. Hi. Get some time in here with them. Coop's nice and clean. It's nice to hang out in here and hang out with the girls in the morning. They're real sweet. I always give them some of their regular feed as well as some scratch. And I've been learning more about how to supplement their diet because they are not free-ranging. So this week I'm going to be starting fermenting some of their feed or some grains. And also I'm going to start sprouting grains. I'm going to start with the barley, and then I'm going to start with some smaller bits of different seeds and things in those sprouting jars. I just got some lids off Amazon. I should put the link below for you. So that's what I'm going to be doing this week to try and increase their diversity in their diet. They do get a lot of scraps, and we eat very healthy, so they're getting some healthy scraps. Hi, baby. Oh, honey. I know. You got to lay an egg. I know. It's all right. Poor little things. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Yep. I bought a big bag of mealworms. So I give them a handful or a bit of that in a day. I make sure I give them some chia seeds. I have some flour. Sprout some of these things as well. It enhances the bioavailability of the nutrients in the food. So even if they're eating that scratch and some of it just comes out in their poop. Good morning. Some comes out in their poop. When you sprout it or you ferment it, it's much more bioavailable to them and they get a lot more out of it. Not only that, it increases the volume of their feed and it decreases the cost that I have to put into paying for their feed. So it's kind of, it's a win-win for everybody. Sorry. I'm not sure if I have the stomach to do that, to create my own mealworms and soldier fly larvae and maggots are not my thing. But you can purchase them and actually do make that. So, oh honey, there are some people around that do farm them. If you ask around your local Tractor Supply or your any kind of store like that, there are often people around that do that, or they would know people around that do that. It's nice to get out here and just watch them. It's entertaining, it's fun, it's de-stresses me. Just trying to get my head right this morning. My head is just blazing. It is pounding. So the fresh air will do me good, and maybe just sitting still for a little while and enjoying life instead of running around like I usually do all morning. I need to sit down. Mama needs to take care of herself a little bit today. That being said, we're one day out from the JAHealing Gardening and Self-Sufficiency Workshop. Make sure you get to their website, JAHealing.com, pre-register for the workshop tomorrow. It's 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. You can also hook up on social media on their Instagram or Facebook pages, and they can help you through the registration for for the event. This is going to be the 5th one out of 5. Zeri. Also, it's not me just speaking at you, teaching you. It's us communicating and you telling me your dilemmas and actually getting real-time answers for your gardening issues or gardening problems or gardening questions. With the upcoming fall and winter seasons, and the inability for many people to be able to grow food, if you're living anywhere in a place like I am, hardiness zone 6, I'm Southern Ontario in Canada. We get winter, things aren't really growing in the snow unless you've already established some specific vegetables that can continue to grow a little bit under the snow, and handle some frost. So there are still many options for you if you haven't started gardening. Don't think you're too late. There's still time to get some food in the ground, especially if we're going to have some food crisis issues here coming up. And then what? You're going to go out and eat snow, I guess. Anyway, that being said, please join us. Ask me questions. You just need to know what to plant, when to plant, and depending on where you are, just do your research. Being organized is everything. If you have a warning ahead of time that things might be tough this fall and winter, being able to access essentials, and your pocketbook might be really strapped right now, like many people, and growing some of your own food sure can ease that stress. At least you've got food back there. Food and medicine, that's what I grow. So please join us. Ask me questions about chickens, chicken coops, greenhouses, what I'm going to do for covering my rows to extend my growing season to keep that frost and snow off. I have a cold, a hoop house that's, hi baby, it's all right. To keep the frost and the snow off, there are things I can grow in there. Good grief. There's also things that I can continue growing in my greenhouse for the season. Be able to have some food in there as well. And being able to store my plants. A lot of the tropicals need to get in. Not all the tropicals need to come in and be housed so that they survive till next season. I'm going to be trying to bring in my peppers this year. I've been doing some research on that. I'm not sure if my greenhouse is... Relax, honey. I'm not sure if my greenhouse is going to be actually warm enough to keep them throughout the winter, but I'm sure going to try. I have a lot of beautiful pepper plants, and it takes so long for them to mature to fruit. I mean, I'm getting lots of fruit right now, lots of beautiful, and you can see a lot of the peppers outside the coop. They're really beautiful to look at, but I have them coming, and I want to hold on to these gorgeous. So how I accomplish that? There are ways to, help them into a little bit of a dormant state throughout the winter. Hopefully I can keep a couple alive. That's half the battle, getting them started and getting them mature enough to get some fruit. So if you already have an established root system, that's a good way to go. We're going to try. It's my pepper project this year. I did the pepper project and creating bins in the driveway all the way down our fence line in dollar store bins. And they are doing well. They're prolific. They're beautiful. It's a really great spot for them. There was no soil there. There's no garden, but I essentially... It's all right, honey. I essentially created and it's usable space, whereas it wasn't before, and I didn't have to dig up my driveway. So there are ways to container garden. You just have to be intelligent on what plants you're planting and where. You have to know where the sun is coming. You need to know the moisture level. You need to know a lot of things. But that being said, just making an educated decision, you can harvest a beautiful crop that you never thought you could. So that's great. And I already have them in bins. So what I might just do is crowd them in the bins, cut them back and crowd them in the bins and bring them in. So we'll see how that goes. I prefer to put them in smaller pots because that's a lot of bins to bring in. Whew. So it's the logistics that I'm going through right now of getting ready for fall, packing. I saved a lot of geraniums and begonias and things like that last year, just pulling up the roots and bringing them in, putting things in bins together, and then hoping that things come back in the spring. And I had a pretty good success rate, actually. A lot of make sure you're bringing in your frost tender perennials, pineapple sage and lavenders and things of that nature. They will survive usually, if you just bring them in and keep that frost off them. What are you guys fighting over a feather? Honest to goodness. So I'm gonna enjoy these girls and get my list for the day, I guess, together. Maybe I'll see you guys later with another live video. I hope you all are well. Pre-register 1 day out. So again, this is the 5th out of 5, and I will be back talking about gardening and self-sufficiency, but I'm not sure. I don't think it'll be this season. So it might be in the winter, it might be in the spring. I'll be back to do some cooking shows with JAHealing in the meantime and for the fall and winter. But if you want to get in on figuring out how to grow your own food, becoming less reliant upon the system and a little bit more reliant upon yourself, which is not a terrible idea in these uncertain times, let me know. Get your mind around it for the winter. If you're not ready to do something right now, get your mind around it for the winter. Ponder it, think about it, develop a plan. Come ask questions, so that you're prepared. You just need to know what to plant, when to plant, how to plant it, and that's half the battle. And wanting to plant it. Again, I keep telling gardeners, they're essentially just the guides. They're growing themselves. You are just guiding it in the best place possible you can put it, and nurturing it a bit, and ready to harvest. So once you put things in the ground, many things can be set and forget, other than making sure that they have enough moisture. They'll do their own thing for the most of the time. These gals are a little bit rowdy this morning, aren't they? Hi, babies. So, again, I could talk all day about gardening. Thank you for joining in, whoever's come to join watch. Appreciate that. And we'll see you guys later. It's a really good group of people that get together, and we communicate. You're going to get your questions answered directly. So that is a huge bonus. It's not just like a digital course. We have a good time. Okay? So let's talk. Come join us. Let me calm this little gal down. All right. Be a champion in your kitchen, in your homestead, wherever you are today. We'll talk to you later. Bye.